All right, y'all.
You better turn that off. Wait a second.
Bloopers. Trying to get the speed in here is I'm about to say, what you just crisscross applesauce stuff? That's what I thought you were going to do. Oh, you put your
I ain't trying to get in. I can't do.
I'm good now. This is like, now look. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, y'all. We done moved it to the pool, as you can see. You know, still got a little drinky drinks. We're gonna continue this.
Okay.
All right. Let me do it.
I was talking about.
You put your feet. You put your boomerang for your feet.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought I was dramatic.
We should do that thing. I'm a Pisces. Or like my best friend is a Pisces. Of course I have to do.
We should. We gotta think of something to say.
No, I got one. My best friend is a Pisces. Of course I have to listen to all her relationship problems. I think that's how we bonded over relationship problems.
Listen, from jump. From jump.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. That should be funny.
We should. We gotta think about what we
can do
say.
like 3 each. We can think of like 3 each. That would be funny as well.
I'm with it.
Right. Ready?
All right. Next question.
Okay. What are some ways that you get turned on non-sexually?
Your mind.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You talking to me intellectually, you having goals, and you actually working towards them. You've done things already, like to get to, you reach past goals, and you're
a woman with a plan.
Woman with a plan, always positive, and that turns me on.
That shit turns me on,
yeah. Yep. How about you?
It's the mind for me too, and it's like the thoughtfulness is very much of these days. It was one point in time, it didn't really matter, but like to just be thought of when I asked to be thought of, or I have to tell you how to think of me. I think
that's true.
Speaks volumes.
Supportiveness is a turn on too. Like supporting me, means a lot.
That goes along with thoughtfulness, though.
That does. That's definitely a turn on for me.
All this go along with mine too, because a lot of people just don't think. Their mind just ain't working. Always working against.
It's just not working in the right ways.
It's
what's important for them.
Yeah.
Because if are you a very complacent person? I'm going to annoy you because I'm always wanting to do and build and be and think outside the box and keep going. People are complacent. They okay with where they at, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? I just
not right for me.
Right, and then I feel like you're not gonna wanna. It's gonna be difficult for us to really.
Because if I'm trying to reach, and you're okay with like staying the same, you're gonna have a level of misunderstanding with me. I'm gonna have a level of misunderstanding with you, and we might keep continuously bump heads about the same thing. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, you always working. Oh, you so ambitious. I had an ex like that. Why are you so ambitious? You just, like, literally, word for word, why are you so ambitious? Oh, my gosh. Like, you just, once you put your mind to something, you just get stuck, like, so fixated on it. Like, I'm just like, why is that a problem?
Why is that a problem?
Like, why is that a problem? I'm not in the club shaking my ass.
Red flags.
I'm not going through your phone. I'm just working towards a better life for us. Like, I'm just, like, living my purpose. Like, why does that ruffle your feathers? I don't.
What would you say, since we on that, what we like and what attracts a person? What would you say is a flaw? Because I don't like the word flaws. Yeah, I want to say, what is something that you're currently working on? Because I feel like flaw is a bad word. I don't like that word.
Having a flaw, or like them having a flaw?
In a relationship, or like in relationships, like in general. You want to go first?
You mean like a non-negotiable, or like a
something that you know is like that be me. Yep.
Like a pain point.
Yeah. Or like.
You go first.
All right. So for me, I'm stubborn as hell.
Yes, you are.
I'm very stubborn. I know that, and I know that. Is
that something you're gonna address?
That's something that I work on. That's why communication is important, because if you communicate to me what it is that you don't like or whatnot, that helps me, be able to take accountability. But if you don't communicate it with me, I'm not a read in between the lines. I'm not gonna be like, well, you should have known. Some things, yes, it's common sense, you should know, but other things, talk to me, talk it out to me so I can communicate. Because sometimes, or take accountability. Because sometimes I be in my own way, sometimes and just in my own world, and I really might not see it that way that you're looking at it or how you feel about it. And I'll just be like, nope, that's me being stubborn.
Okay.
But if you communicate it, I feel like it helps me to break down where, okay, damn, maybe I did take that the wrong way. Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that.
Somebody who can
Effectively communicate, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, for me, alright, I'm not too deep into zodiacs, right? But for my people that are, maybe this might make sense. So, as a Cancer, they say we crabs, we have that heart, that shell or whatever. If like you consistently do things to make me feel unsafe or like just don't give me a safe place, and if I communicated with you and you don't like make the adjustment, or if you don't like respect or my feelings or whatever like that, you kind of dismiss me, I'm not going to keep communicating. I'm going to go back in my shell.
Yeah.
I'm going to be not interested. I'm going to be, there's certain things that part of our routine I'll still do.
Right.
But me emotionally, or me like being me, like openly, like just out there, I'm not. I'm back in my shell until you got to find the right way to get me back out of it again. I told you, we kindle a light flame, light my fire again. It's so, like, it be the smallest stuff to me, but, like, I feel like the smallest things make me look at you like, damn, not even willing to do that. This? So what you gonna do when we get to this?
Facts.
So I just I don't feel safe no more, and I get back in my shell, and I stay there. And that can be that's definitely a flaw, because you should be, continue to be open, communicate, like, continue to work to fix something. But I do stop.
How do you feel like you working for that? What needs to happen for you? Oh, you said it. Like doing something.
I need you to do something at that point.
Okay.
Like I'm still open to coming out of that shell again.
Okay.
But I just need you to do something, or to to make me feel like I can come out again. And I still feel like that's wrong in a sense, but I also that just makes me feel like I really haven't found the right person.
That can see that knows that about you and knows that's what you.
No, it's not a bad, like, I'm not trying to be. Like, it's not a bad intention. I'm not trying to fight you. I'm not trying to leave you. I'm not trying to do none of that. I just need you to, because you disregarded my feelings, or you did something to make me feel like I didn't matter.
Yeah.
I need you to make me matter again, and then I'll come out again. I don't know. I'm trying to explain.
I get where you're going with it. I get where you're going with it. So the next question we're going to ask is, what sign would you say has given you, what zodiac sign has given you like the most comfort, like the most problematic for you in your life? And so I'm going to say Virgo and Leos. I love Virgos. Leos, that fire, it's a lot for me. It just,
such a water sign,
it's a lot of
Water signs can put out that fire. But the thing about fire signs, they need that fire, so they're going to ignite it.
Yep.
They're going to find a way.
It's a lot of fire. It's a lot of fire. But I mean, I think that's been the most out of the signs that I've come across.
But it's crazy though, because Virgos are earth signs. So like earth signs and water signs can get along well, because earth signs are more grounded, need the water to grow things, and the planet kind of. So it kind of works, but that's why you say to work with Virgos.
I get along great with Virgos. It's just when any type of problem or problematic wise, it's always been with. It's mostly Virgos that I've had a problem with.
The way they communicate.
Just the way they communicate. Yeah. Yes. Yep.
I'ma just stick to that. I've had in my shit Virgos. In every capacity.
I have too. I've been in a lot of relationships with Virgos.
I've dated a Virgo. I've had a Virgo friend, and I have family members that's Virgos. And they're close to me. I mean, my dad was a Virgo.
Yeah.
My dad, my sister, my nephew, two best friends growing up was Virgos.
Yeah.
My last relationship was with a Virgo.
I'm saying Virgos and water signs, they work.
Yeah, because you're a Pisces.
Yeah, like so they work. It's just the way they communicate. It's just.
I mean,
different.
none of them are really.
What?
It can work, but you have to be very understanding.
Yep. Mature, grown.
Very understanding, because Virgos are like very routine, like they're habitual, like they need the habits, so they'll fall into a habit.
Virgo viewers, where y'all at?
They'll be into that habit, and they need that habit to continue. So they'll talk crazy to you, they'll do all that, but they won't leave.
No, yeah, they're very loyal.
They ain't going
Virgos
nowhere.
are very loyal. I can say Virgos are very loyal.
They grounded. Okay, so for me, I haven't. I don't know. You said in any capacity.
Yeah, any capacity.
Okay.
I want to guess.
Oh, you can guess?
Because I feel like Cancers and Pisces, we're similar. So
water signs,
I feel like I would know, like, I'm going to guess. I would say Geminis.
Okay, the thing about Geminis is, I'm a Cancer, but Geminis can be different, because my longest relationship was with a Gemini back in the day. It was my first, whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, you know, as life moved on, other Geminis that I met, it's just like, I can do it, but I don't want to.
Why you don't want to?
They have a very acquired taste, and don't nobody eat that shit. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
to each his own. Some Geminis, they can be good. I'm not saying they're all bad. They can be good, but they can be very fucking bad. So just don't do it.
Geminis don't even come in my life. I don't even have Gemini friends.
You know,
people,
most Pisces
like,
and Geminis be in the longest term relationships. Pisces and Geminis is like a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never even crossed. I might have crossed paths, of course, but I don't have any friends that are Gemini.
Yeah.
I've never dated nobody at Gemini. So
y'all try.
The energy just haven't aligned yet.
Girl, but Leos is. I don't really do Leos that well either.
What's up with y'all Leos? Leos come with a lot of fire.
Yeah,
they go too far.
I don't know, but I've seen Cancers and Leos be very compatible, but for me, the ones that I've come across for me, they just kind of rub me the wrong way. I can be cool with them, but I don't want to be close to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, they cool. But I just recently met a Leo, and that's my girl. We friends or whatever. So I think a lot of times they have to do with your experiences and, you know,
and that person, what they've been through. Yeah. Their life, they come up and all that.
Right.
Their mental health.
Because some people...
Right. All of that plays to when it comes to signs. Like, that's why I don't think too deep into it, because a lot of it has to do with what you've been through, your come up, where you at mentally. Because it's some fucked up Pisces out here.
It is.
But
it's some fucked up Pisces.
They could have just gone through what they went through, and that's why they're not, you know.
They're still harboring that. That's why we was talking about earlier about people baggage. Like, you gotta be strong to hold some people baggage because they're not willing to unpack that.
Hold that motherfucker. Hold it for miles. I ain't holding shit for miles.
You can hold
crazy.
it yourself. When you ready to release it, too. Because the more you hold it for somebody else, they're not gonna release it. They're not gonna want to hold it for themselves. Because they see you doing it, so it's like, all right, I ain't gotta let
you got it then.
Yeah.
I don't have to work on trying to get rid of these bags.
Right, but if they hold it themselves, they're going to try to get rid of that shit. I don't know. Then, like, the ones that you had the most success with, how about that? Which ones do you like the best? Just say it. I know it's Cancers, whatever.
I don't know. I definitely would say Cancers and Taurus.
Taurus, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Taurus.
Cancers and Taurus. I get along with both of y'all very well.
Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus. I don't know why, but Sagittariuses and me have a great time.
Yo, his day was Sagittarius. I know. I feel like
they fire too, though.
They're very fire, but on a friendship level, like communication, they are the most. They are the most comfortable with me. Like, they open up and talk to me. Like, I've dated a Sag, and I feel like that was my
most honest relationship.
Yeah, like she was like, this was the first time she ever said this shit in her life. I'm like, God, you never just open up. It's okay. Like, I feel like they get comfortable, you know. But Sagittarius are very aggressive. Very aggressive. The ones I've met.
In a good way though sometimes too.
I get them though. I get Sagittarius. They're easy to
understand.
To understand.
They're gonna put it out there.
It's like you saying it. I see right past what you're doing. Like this is a thing that you have. I see right past what you're doing.
I feel like Leos are like you gotta figure them the fuck out.
It's too much figuring out.
They fire, but you gotta figure them out. Sagittarius is an open book. They don't give a fuck. They going. That's why I like it. I like people when they vulnerable. I like it when they just themselves. And they gonna be them no matter what type of room they showing up in. I like that, and that's the Sag to me.
Yep.
So like that was my funnest, most honest relationship. That's why I stuck around as long as I did, probably because it was just honest. We was just honest as hell.
Yep.
That's what a Sag taught me. A Sag taught me honesty.
That's deep.
Leos told me liars. Sag told me honesty.
Caps told me liars. Capricorns be lying.
You know they cap.
Cap.
I love Capricorns though too.
I don't know, man.
I do like them, but I just laugh.
They don't know how to lie.
I laugh at them when they lie because it's really.
It's
funny.
like
capping ass Capricorns. That's all.
That's what you really said. That you really. I don't believe it, but okay.
But I just look. I be like this when they start lying. I be like.
I love all the signs.
I love all the signs too. You pick your poison.
You pick your poison. For sure. Because it's like, I've dealt with even like my own sign. It's a lot for me because I know how I am, but it's like, I met somebody that's on the same level like me. I'm like, whoa, like she was really like, we gotta be married today. Like, you don't text me back, you ain't interested in me. Whoa, wait a minute.
You met your man.
Yeah, and I was like, didn't work.
Exactly.
And it made me realize, like, is this how I am? Is this how I used to be? Am I really? I'm like, okay, I need to calm down. Like, if you don't text me back, you might be busy. Yeah, you might be busy. Because I got a little taste of my own juice, and I was like, oh, okay.
I feel like I haven't met my match yet. Like, I haven't met my equal, and that's probably why I'm, like, single. I haven't met my equal. It's always something.
It's always. For me, too.
I haven't, yeah. But when you do, when I do, I hope I do. I am going to get married in like 2 weeks if I meet my equal. That was always like a fantasy for me, like getting married like right away and then living happily ever after.
Hopeless romantic. Hopeless romantic.
I don't know.
That's a hopeless romantic.
Is it?
Yeah. That's a hopeless romantic. Like, just, let's do it. Everything is right.
Like, yeah, it's okay. I don't know. I feel like I can love anybody, but...
Do you feel like in marriage, finances should be separate? Do you think you should know your person's financial situation, how much they make? Should y'all have an account together? How should y'all be doing all of that together? Or should there be some type of, like, separate thing?
If whatever we agree on is whatever it should be. Don't switch up later. Unless without a conversation, of course, like, because then it comes off of you trying to be sneaky, but... If it's between me and my partner. We come to an agreement, that's our agreement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can go either way. I really don't care. Finances is finances. That has nothing to do with matters of the heart. And that's what we married for. So it has nothing to do with God or any of the values that marriage come with. So
I mean, it has a lot to do with God. God's there.
Yeah. Whatever we agree upon, that's it. And then, all right, if you try to switch up later without telling me, now what you want? You looking for a way out? What's that?
Cancers. Hot.
But like, what you need me to do, babe? Don't leave. Look for a way in. You're closer to me. Come on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
For me, I'm a little different. I feel like with marriage, I want us to have. I think we do need a sense of independence in a way of you have your own. You can have your own. Like accounts or whatever. I have my own. We can share one together. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't need to. As long as before we get married, I would like to know where you at with your finances. Yeah. Like, how much debt are you in, or things like that. Because that to me is going to make sure. All right, what can we do? It's not me judging you. It's just like me knowing. Like, all right,
you got to be vulnerable in every aspect. You got to know your person.
And I'm not gonna say it's not completely. It's like. That does matter in a way, because if you like, you know, it's something, a big hole, it's kind of like we need to get out of that.
Get a divorce because of finances. It matters.
You need to get out of that hole before we get married, because if you in that hole, I'm in that hole with you.
Right.
You feel me? So it's not a deal breaker. It's just, can we get out of this hole before we get there? Because I don't want to be doing things together now. Everything is going to be us. and I don't want to be in that with you, you know. So I mean, when we're married, yeah, you can have your own account, I have my own account, we can have something together. You know, I ain't like how much. It don't really matter. I think that conversation would come about though, like, you know, how much do we, that matters, how much we make. And
what if you at the point of proposing, you in love, you like, this is it, and
I'm gonna know that way. Well, then it's not. I need to know that before I propose though. I need to know how much of a hole you in.
At that point, that's like the final step, and you need to talk about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be talked about.
Is that a turnoff if she says something that you don't fully agree with financially? Like
if it's a turnoff, I'm gonna explain to her why I need to know, and hopefully that then can maybe open her up to that. But if she can't open that up to me, it feels like to me I don't know what I'm getting into.
So now you got trust issues.
Now it's not about trust. It's about
you don't know what you're getting into. That's
if we trying to buy a house together and you in a deep hole, we can't get this house now because you in this hole $100,000. When you could have easily told me that, we could have worked it out together. Now I can help you get out the hole. Maybe I can help you get out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Why you not buy a house when you're married?
I know that's just an example. You know,
but if that's not really where y'all going at, then why does it matter right there? I'm just poking, don't mind.
No, poke. It's cool because it get me thinking. I mean, for me, that's why I need to know. That's the only reason. It's not about.
But if that's not affected, then why does that matter?
Only because when it comes to doing things on the financial, anything financially, if you aren't,
finances is very important.
Yeah, if it's not, it's important.
Yeah.
It's not a deal breaker. You don't need to make X amount of dollars. You don't need to make, all of that. You just need to be able. We just need to be able to do things together. I have a certain way how I want to live, and however you want to live, it just needs to align.
Right.
And like I said, an example, if you $100,000 deep in, that's something that I think we should get fixed before we get married, because I feel like that's going to be me.
I got it. So you still would marry, you just got to fix finances first.
Before we get there.
It's not going to make you break up.
It's not going to make you break up with you.
Okay. We just got to start working.
Let's work it out before we get there. Because then we married, in my opinion, if you $100,000 negative, I'm $100,000 negative with you.
You are. That's
you feel me? I don't want to be $100,000 negative with you. Yeah. You feel me? Because anything happens to the economy or whatever, and now we in this deep hole. That's how I'm thinking about it, just future wise. Like, can we make sure we gonna be able to eat? We stable.
Right. Then you got kids involved.
We got kids. Yeah. I don't want to start that in a hole.
People who and I'm gonna shut up after
Don't ever shut up.
People who because it's just coming to me now that we're talking about that, when people don't give you that choice by not being honest with you, don't give you the right to choose.
Yeah.
They the most controlling people out here.
Yeah, that's true. Don't take my choice away. I'm big on that. Don't take my choice away.
Lying and not being honest and not giving me the choice of if that's something I want to do for the rest of my life, or
because you being open to me say a lot already about how you respect my opinion on it,
right?
And how you feel,
respect you
and how you respect yourself. Because money doesn't bring happiness, but it keeps stress away.
You know why? Because it lets you buy the shit that make you happy. The money itself don't make you happy, but the stuff you can do with it makes you happy.
Yes.
And that's why people be like, oh, you don't need it.
And that's something I'm talking about too. Like how I'm already know the type of woman that she is before we get married. If she's the up luxury type, wants the high end, or if she just doesn't like high end things, or in between. All of that does matter, because and it matters in the sense of how are your priorities, because you can't be this type of person, this woman that's just buying things but don't have your shit together. You know what I'm saying? But you get the biggest, and that has to be the most expensive stuff. But if you got your shit together and you like nicer things and you can afford it, living outside of your means is a turn off for me. So you already gonna turn me off if you living outside.
I was about to say, because what if you meet somebody who got all of the designer, but then you really dive into their finances and it ain't shit?
I mean, if you in a hole, then it's a turn off.
With all that designer shit.
If you in a hole and you got all this, that's a turn off for me.
The luxury apartment, the designer bags.
But your finances aren't together?
Yeah.
Now, all right, when I say finances aren't together, I mean like you behind on bills. You are, but you buying all these other things, but you ain't paying your bills. Right. That's a turn off for me. Yeah, They ain't gonna work out. You paying your bills, you got your shit together, you got a little debt, but you buying things, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because life is life. You know, most people, 9 out of 10, everybody has some kind of debt. You got a car, you got a house, you got all that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't see that stuff as debt because they don't really understand finances, but that's debt.
That's a whole other conversation.
Like, I just put a $500,000
we should definitely have a whole we could have a whole podcast on finances.
Right, we could. People don't understand that.
You know, so it's just about how you you know, your priorities and how you're doing things and what you see in life. I don't care if you like to buy nicer things, more expensive things, or
just make sure you can afford it.
Just make sure you can afford it. Make sure your cell phone bill is paid, not 2 months behind. But you got this you know, $1,200 bag.
If y'all come up together, y'all got money, and then that person is not really that financially efficient, then they bring y'all money down and shit like that. Y'all can be arguing about that, and that shit.
That's why I said money brings not have money brings stress. It could bring stress.
That shit be.
But
that's how your relationship will be. Flat tire. Flat fucking tire.
But
I'm trying to fight back, but it is what it is.
Go ahead, Brielle. Get it out.
What?
Get it out.
I did.
Nah, but we want to thank you guys. I did finish. I did.
Oh, let me finish mine.
Finish it up. Want to thank you guys for tuning in today. We're going to call this Talks by the Pool.
I know, right?
Thank you so much for joining.
We're going to go get the seafood boil.
We about to get seafood boil. About to go get some more drinks, shower, clean up, and all that. Y'all have a good one. Tune in to the next one. Peace.